Going to church was good, that's something real good, but I just had the feeling like there's got to be something more that I could be doing. I was working pretty much all the time. Like every other week I was out of town. When I was in town, I'd get home pretty late, 7:30, 8 o'clock. My time with the family and the kids was pretty limited. Our marriage was definitely pushed.
Our marriage got to the point that if we didn't decide to take the journey to the next level in a positive direction, that we were going to lose our marriage, and it would affect our kids ultimately too.
We hadn't been going to church a lot, and we kind of made the decision that we were going to make it a number one priority to make it to church, that was going to be part of our lives.
It was a big leap that we were going to do this as a family, more than anything, to grow in our faith as a family and to have our kids grow with us. I'm from a small town and very small church, and so coming here, it was a little alarming to me just to not see a familiar face or for nobody to really know who you are. But we just kept coming back and forth, just kind of trying out new things. And once we did the discovery class, then we kind of saw the different aspects and what the church really meant and what it stood for. Barb Harms came in and talked to the class about serving and what it meant to serve. She talked about the different areas, and she just kept, saying children's ministry, and yeah, no. Like, I'm a hairstylist, I'm not a teacher. Neither of us felt qualified for that, but we did a lot of praying about where we were supposed to be and where God wanted us to be. I'd signed my son up for VBS. I thought if I was dropping him off and picking him back up, that it'd probably be a good thing for me to do is to serve. So I decided to contact the church and help that year. Those kids that week gave me something that I just never expected. Now I know what it was. I didn't at the time, but I know that that was the Holy Spirit working through my heart, giving me that push that I knew that I was capable of helping in children's ministry, because the excitement that those kids brought out changed my outlook on life and my marriage, and just to be excited for this new journey that I was on.
I definitely knew I needed to serve somewhere, but I had no idea what. Jodi brought up the children's ministry thing, and I said, you'd be great at that. I saw what VBS did for her and how she just loved that. So I knew right away, I was like, that would be a perfect fit for you. And then she says, well, Barb thinks maybe we could do it together. I'm like, I don't know about that. That's, I think I told her, I'll think about it. I'll entertain the idea. I had a lot of drive time. I was praying about it. Finally, it was like, why not? Why not try it? What's the worst that's gonna happen? Told her I'm in, and there we go. We're off to our first Sunday. I didn't feel like the kids would connect with me or anything. What do I have to offer these kids, I completely forgot that I was that age at one time, and I went through the same things that they're going through.
We didn't know what we were exactly signing up to do, but we left with that excitement and that fulfillment in our hearts, and the Holy Spirit just walking beside us. If we weren't qualified, we'd find it somewhere, that we'd find the answers that we needed. We both kind of knew that that was it, and that's where we belong. And now we're 3 years later, and we're still as excited as we were that first day. The rewards have been so much greater than the fears or the concerns that we've had. I see the excitement that these kids have when they're walking down the hall and they're yelling at Mike that they're going to have a rematch of air hockey.
If you rewind back to my first day of going in, I would have never seen any of that. If you'd shown me all that, I would have signed up right away.
On the way home, we ask each other, how was your table? How was yours? And now those conversations that have been dead before, we're talking and we're doing this together, and it just kind of jumpstarts our week.
For me, I can't imagine now not serving.
Even though Mike does concrete and I'm a hairstylist, there's qualities that we each have that makes us who we are, and we needed to just bring ourselves to the table, and basically it was just us being ordinary people doing what God has called us all to do.